What is nolo contendere? Have you ever wondered what happens when someone in a criminal case decides not to fight the charges? This is where the term nolo contendere comes into play. Nolo contendere is a Latin phrase that translates to "I do not wish to contend." It is a legal plea used in criminal cases. When a defendant enters this plea, they neither admit nor dispute the charges against them. Instead, they accept the consequences without admitting guilt. By choosing nolo contendere, a defendant waives their right to a trial. This means the case moves directly to sentencing. This plea can be a strategic choice, especially for those who want to avoid the implications of admitting guilt in other legal matters. Unlike a guilty plea, a nolo contendere plea cannot be used against the defendant in a civil lawsuit. This distinction is important for defendants who may face additional legal challenges outside of the criminal case. The acceptance of a nolo contendere plea can vary depending on the jurisdiction. Some states requiring the court's permission for a defendant to enter this plea. Federal courts also typically requiring judicial approval. Courts often consider the specifics of the case and public policy before allowing a nolo contendere plea. From a true crime perspective, this plea can significantly influence how cases are resolved. It can affect sentencing outcomes and the public record regarding the defendant's responsibility. Nolo contendere pleas are often used in plea bargains, which help expedite the legal process. However, this can raise concerns about transparency. Since the defendant does not formally admit guilt, it can impact public perception of justice in the criminal justice system. In essence, nolo contendere is a plea where the defendant accepts punishment as if they were guilty, but they do not admit guilt. This legal tool balances the interests of the defendant, the prosecution, and the efficiency of the judicial system. It is particularly relevant in cases where civil liability could also be a concern. Understanding nolo contendere can provide clarity on how certain legal strategies work in the realm of true crime and sentencing guidelines.